Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Can I get an amen when the night ends? There's no winner when you're walking alone, sliding down the last street as the day creeps.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming into today's game, we've got two of the most dangerous offenses in the NFL going head-to-head. It's the Broncos going up against the Texans. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they're hitting their stride of late. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Underneath for Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it, because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Simeon surveying the field. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. They recovered a fumble on their side of the field last time. Led to a field goal. We'll see if they can force another turnover now.
And you got to love the way that they'll play. You go back to that last series, it's almost like baseball when a guy is hitting really well. See ball, hit ball, right?
Pretty simple.
In this case, they'll make it simple on defense. See ball, get ball. And that's exactly what they did.
Going back to the archaic time.
Yes, sir. Make it simple.
And this one complete to Will Fuller. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 38.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now we get our first look at a guy who's been around the block a time or two. He will not be rattled today.
And that changes things for a defensive coordinator because normally when you get the young guys, you get the rookies, you throw all the exotic blitzes at them and looks they haven't seen. But this guy, he's seen it all.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and got some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Simeon. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now a first down throw, Simeon. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
Second down following the incompletion. To throw on second is Simeon. Finding time. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
And on second and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On first down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with first and goal.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
1 quarter in the books. 10-zip our score. We're back to Houston in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. That's pulled in at the 32.
Oh,
he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky. Preach. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On 1st down, it's Simeon. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when they ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
4 yards remaining now on second down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Fedorowicz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans take possession. We focus our attention now on the Broncos defense. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down. Charles, on the slant, you always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Well, we always a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Second down following the run.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. On second down, here's Simeon. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Simeon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. 3rd and 2, Simeon. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
To throw is Simeon. And this is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go now. Green.
2nd and 10. Simeon again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Texans' secondary has held up to this point. The Broncos have struggled to throw the football 2 straight weeks, so that's something they'll try to fix in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 3rd down from the 13. The ball's going to come out on the run. He takes off and ends up picking up 12 yards on the play. 1st and 10. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 30. Later on the drive, pass will be completed over the middle, and he capped off the long drive with the TD, taking the lead up to 10. 3rd down from inside the 50. Watt's going to take down the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this week, as the numbers show, just not as crisp. I don't know what it is, arm strength or what, but just not the same as last week, right?
One of the things we noticed last week was the ability to look off defenders. You know, look in one direction to set them up, move them in that spot, and then come back in the opposite direction and hit open receivers. Today, what we're seeing is him just kind of locking on to people. Okay, here it is. I'm just going to throw it. Maybe he has just too much confidence in his arm. For whatever reason, not nearly as sharp or crisp as we saw in the game last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31 yards.
Some quick hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Simeon now on second down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Third down now following the completed pass. From the gun on third, Simeon firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On first down, Simeon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss. Concentration
has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They give it to him right up the gut. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick here is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3. Simeon on 3rd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's J.J. Watt. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And here comes the Texans now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. That's complete, right around the 8. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line, right around the 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Fedorowicz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. 5 plays there on that drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On second down, here's Simeon. Brought in by Coates. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Their big-bodied receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And let's shift our attention now to C.J. Fedorowicz. And look at the numbers. They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always a key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really well, and you shift your attention to them. You got to make sure you got full focus on him because he's so good that if you don't, he finds a way to make plays. Always have 2 guys in his vicinity, usually trying to bump him off the line of scrimmage and get him out of his route.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. 4 yards on the pickup. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught. Fedorowicz. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A stampede of Broncos there that time combined to get him down. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. Right there.
They'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defense may be on their heels. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Come on, let's go. 190.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
Back to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that. Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And heading back onto the field now, the Texans defense. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
fresh set of downs here. Now a first down throw, Simeon. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So this is the second consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through it. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go.
Lamar Miller. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Miller, the lone setback. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first down, it's Simeon. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big game.
Now Simeon. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop in 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And the offense lining up first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
So many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. got to make completion, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So the Broncos coming out now. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off. And, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Well, the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 2nd down and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Broncos, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.